Alright, sorry for the momentary delay there. We've got everyone in the server here pretty much, so aside from some shenanigans. Uh, anyway, hello. I am Feather Monster. This is going to be, oops, let me hit the button here. Alright, there we go. We've got, this is, I believe, it's a week 4 match, isn't it? Yes, it's a week 4 match. Vexta Omega versus Frequency. Vexta is obviously starting on Marines on Biodome here, which is the first map. I believe the other one. What is the other one? Quick, Alt Tab. Check it. Summit's the other one. Okay. I was not misremembering. Anyway, hello. I hope everyone is having a good start of the weekend here. All that jazz. As is usual, I do, of course, have my bird lurking in the background who will hopefully be quiet. And since we've got everybody on the server here already, let's see here. Who have we got? Oh, yeah. Shu was potentially going to co-cast, except for he basically booked me way too late, and I think we would rather have the game going rather than, you know, delaying because of last-minute co-casters, because I am not prepped here at all for that kind of thing. Let me just tell them. Anyway, I hope everybody's been enjoying the season so far. Obviously, if there is also the discussion, I believe concurrent to this, there is also the discussion going on about the balance mod, which of course at this point is being used in a slightly more limited form, which basically just is mostly just adjusts the alien building res costs and that sort of thing. So if you have any really strong opinions on the balance mod, or if you don't know what the balance mod is, go to ensl.org. It has the information. They're supposedly talking about it in TeamSpeak right now. And so if you have strong opinions on it, you should probably be in there and catch the VOD for this later. Or maybe you're good at multitasking, in which case feel free to multitask and watch this while doing that. Anyway, we're getting it ready up here. Let me go through the teams real quick. On Vexta, we have Dark Ray, Nitai, Degarten, Dark Alf, Save Me, and Denozo. On Frequency, we've got Satyr, Stranger, Denalb, Jope, Retraced, and Boone. So, no mercs as far as I know, so... Wait. Oh, they just lost a person. Oh, Vexta. Yeah, they lost a person, Dark Elf, into the ready room, so they aren't quite ready yet. So all that rushing that I just did was kind of silly. But, anyway, as I said, you should, if you do have, you know, strong opinion on the balance mod, since the current one in beta does have a lot of changes to a lot of different things, life forms and all that jazz, you should go and, you know, go and make sure that your voice is heard so it isn't, you know, so if you have just absolutely hate some change that is on that change log, that you have, you know, expressed your distaste and hopefully presented some better way of doing it that'd end up, you know, with the same amount of balance or whatnot. Oh, yes. And as I just saw him join the channel on Twitch, Gibbs is also going to be our ref for this match, unless I am completely delusional. But no, there he is. So there we go. We are also starting on a London server, which obviously gives Vexta the ping advantage. So on Summit, we will then be on probably US East server for Frequency to have the advantage there. This may be one of the few matches that actually starts reasonably close to start time. This is a miracle. Anyway, let's see here. I think that there's also... Yeah, there aren't that many games going on this weekend. There is, in a little bit, going to be a makeup round on Ren's channel for the Godar versus Imagine game that had issues in round 4 last weekend. Or, yeah, it was last weekend, wasn't it? Thereabouts. Well, there's going to be a makeup round on that on the half hour, unless something goes completely wrong. So, of course, keep an eye out for that. I will be casting the She-Wolves versus Max game tomorrow, at noonish my time. It's whatever your local time is, check it on the NSL site. I'm bad at doing the time zone math. Oh, oh, and we got one ready here. We have like a ready and a half because I think that they unreadied. Yeah, Seder unreadied. So we are almost ready to go here, I think. Once they stop trading readies and unreadies. There's plenty of time though, so should be no problem. Make sure that I am thoroughly hydrated so I don't suddenly fail at talking mid-round. I am curious to see how this will go. I was looking at the stats earlier, and there wasn't much team overlap game-wise between Vexta, Omega, and Frequency. I like sort of guessing to see how they've done, and there wasn't like enough, it wasn't like they both had played the same one from what I recall. Like, had some random random thing in common where you could gauge skill level. I mean, yeah, sure, somebody could have had an off day and thrown the whole thing out of whack, but at this point, I'm just curious to see how this will go. I mean, given the fact that obviously I am American, I know the frequency guys a lot better, so I will talk more about that between rounds. They just got the final ready, and it'll be 10 seconds now until the round starts. So we'll see here how this goes. Okay, unsurprisingly, we have Marines starting down here in reception and up in atmosphere. We got frequency starting as aliens. And we looks like the power building and armory and sending two out to seating down here, but we got four aliens running down the right side of the map-ish, starting mines early. And see, you're dropping the second IP there too. Dark Ray and Dark Elf going into bioreactors and towards Falls. Boone is hanging out in Falls, and Donalb and Retraced are hanging out there in Bamboo Pass while Denozo's building the power there. Good. Jope and Stranger just hanging out there watching. Save Me and Degarton building the RT there and seating. Do have a little bit of combat going on here in Falls. It's like just a little chip damage on the Parasite on Dark Ray there. Nothing too much going on. It's like they're gonna go through and probably crush these fall guys because we've got four skulks here. It's like Dark Elf is gonna be the first one down. Nope, almost. Yeah, Boone is gonna be the first one down. And looks like Dark Elf is just gonna clear everyone here unless. Oh, there we go. Okay, they did. Donalb and Retrace take down Dark Elf, who was the last Marine standing, and then they're gonna go over there to Denozo, who's coming out of Bamboo Pass. He gets taken down. Got Garton and Save Me, both parasited moving into Hydro, where Stranger is waiting. And looks like a little bit of pretty much all the skulks converging sort of on Hydro-ish. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, definitely have three ready, waiting to clear these guys here in Hydro, but Retrace is probably going to go. Yeah, Retrace does go down before he's able to get close, but they're finally able to go through and clear Degarton and Save Me out of Hydro down here, and then move down here sort of into seating. However, we just lost. Was that Denalb there in Canopy? They're putting down some mines, some reasonably offensive mines there to make sure to try and keep the skulks off their naturals. Stranger in there alone versus three Marines, which obviously is not ending well. Got Dark Ray and Dark Elf. Both Darks moving into Falls-ish. Or not, nope. Dark Elf is going to put down some more mines before moving in, it looks like. Relying pretty heavily on the mines. They're taken out. Oh, Dark Ray they're totally blackbarred as a Marine and gets taken out by Retraced. Now Dark Elf is going to get taken down also by Retraced. Both Joe and Retraced are very chipped, so obviously if they enter into any combat, they're probably going to end up dying. You got Denalb here in Hydro, who is hiding under the floor and running into the vent. At least for now, getting shot at by Denozo, who's down under the walkway there. Joe being somewhat annoying. I'm assuming trying to get a Parasite there on Dark Ray, but it's not able to. The Drifter's there to support, but that Drifter's gonna potentially get owned. Oh, no, around a corner. It's okay. Jope again waiting around there. But over here they're taking the seating RT. Dark Elf is picks off Denob. And then Boone too. Some nice pistol shots there. Stranger just needs to go sneeze on that thing. It's at 3%. You've got it. Okay, there we go. He takes that down. Now, whether or not, let's see if Stranger makes it out of here. If he's gonna get taken down. Oh, he gets taken down by Denozo. Save Me is also there, putting down a mine. It's like they are going for armor 1 now. They just took down Jope finally there in Falls. We are at a Lurkra, so Jope will probably be, and Jope and Boom are going to be going Lurk here in a moment. Falls being recapped. We got Retrace moving in towards Falls. And here come the Lurks, or one of the Lurks. Stranger's going to go in there and try to take down Darkrai, but it looks like Darkrai and Degarten are going to take him down first. Okay, Boone just needs to let go and land a couple bites there. Yeah, he does take down Degarten. Drip shows up a little bit later. He's going to go through and probably try and take down Darkrai as well. It looks like Seeding is also being chewed on by a Skulk over there. Boone takes out Darkrai. Yeah, Retraced is the one working there on Seeding. Got Denalb running into Save Me and Denozo. He just cruises right on through there. Got armor or weapons 1 going up as well. Boone is at half health, but there isn't anything there to, really mess with him. Dark Elf is there in coming out of what is that, back alley into Falls, but Jope clears him. There's been a little bit of res pressure, but not too terribly much at this. At the 5-minute mark, all that's really happened is capped and 1 RT lost, which was that one in Seeding. Stranger's gonna get picked off here. Well, he did a pretty good job there, dancing around the little glass walls there, hiding from Degarten and Darkrai. Obviously, he's going to go pick off that Seeding Extractor again while Denob goes into Hydro here. We got Darkrai and Degarten now moving into Accurate Labs, where the RT is built, and there is a Drifter there that it was starting on, what is that, a Crag? But Jope came in there, cruises on in, takes down Degarten, and is now going to go after Darkrai unless something absolutely crazy happens. Missing bites, missing LMG bullets there. Just it's like there. Falls is also going to go down. The obs is completed, so I'm assuming that's going to be for phase gates very shortly here. Boone moves in along with Stranger to take down Darkrai finally. We got Denob there dancing around in Analysis and moving back into Hydro, which has been assisted at this point, so they'll probably be trying to drop an RT right there. Once they try to kick the Marines out, there is the issue that poor Crag is very sad, apparently. That poor little Crag. It almost made it. Anyway, phase gates are going up. Armor 2 is going up. We got Boone taking out Save Me there. And so was Stranger taking out Denozo, was it? Yeah. For some reason, people keep logging on to NS2 and other such things, covering up that little part of the screen. I should probably disable that at some point. Anyway, we got going on in Falls. We got Retraced and Jope and Boone versus Degarten and Darkrai. Darkrai looks like he'll be the first one down, and then Jope will probably come in here from behind and take out Degarten. Down here in Seeding, we just saw Stranger get killed by Save Me. That RT is at 50%, so that isn't too bad. Up here in Filtration, we got Dark Elf getting poked at by Boone, and Jope was coming in to back him up, but wasn't necessary. Got Save Me and Denozo now cruising towards, cruising out a bridge towards Falls. Just some cysts hitting the power there, nothing too exciting at this particular instant. A little bit more res pressure here, still lagging behind the, sort of the really good, 1 RT per minute thing, but not too bad. Let's see what. We do have a Fade Up. We have Retraced up his Fade at this instant, and Denob just popped out of his egg as well. We have 4 Marines in here trying to get that gate up. However, it looks like Darkrai is going to potentially be the first one down, considering that the Fades have also joined this engagement. If they can land the bites, but whoa, who was that? That was Boone going up beneath half health. Retraced also beneath half health. Just everyone beneath half health there that is a life form except for Jope. And And Retraced was a little bit higher, I guess. So they're going to go off to heal. It looks like Darkrai and Degarten, the lone Marine survivors, are going to be able to get that up. They did drop a Hive here in Hydro, and Dark Elf was the one who stumbled across that. Jope is very low, so yeah, if Dark Elf had landed that, he could have taken out one of the lurks there, but Retraced and Stranger are both there to try and clear that up while that Hive gets built. Denozo moves in a little bit too late to try and save him, and is going to get pounced on by Boone, Stranger, and Retraced, who is at half health again. We got two moving into Agri Labs here. Darkrai and Save Me using some offensive mines there to try and help hold off the incoming swarm of aliens from Frequency as they probably rotate over there. It looks like Boone is going to go for the flank and try and take out Darkrai. I have to see how what that mine does to people. Looks like Denalb was the one who stepped on it. They are going for Gorge upgrades, so it'll be interesting. And Stranger went Gorge, so it'll be interesting to see how that works out. And though they lost the RT there in Agri Labs, all things considered, it isn't doing too bad. Only lost 2 Harvesters so far. A little bit of chip damage there, or attempted chip damage. In the north part of Falls, it does look like they are probably going to do something here, considering they got Denozo and Degarten just sitting there like a couple of sentries. Except for, with considerably better AI for choosing what target to focus on. And we got Save Me and Darkrai moving into Agri Labs again. That's going to just go down instantaneously. Meanwhile, we got Jope and Boone, who just tripped over a mine somewhere and is retreating. Jope is at about, 2/3 health. Denalb also there. All 4 Marines now back into Falls again. They're going to retreat through Bridge. Jope's working on that RT. We got the one in Platform is obviously uncapped currently. More going in. Save Me and Denozo moving back into Agri Labs again to try to keep up that pressure. But obviously, since the Hive and Hydro is completed, the lurk upgrades that'll be going up in a moment here are going to be pretty effective, and yeah, that'll definitely shift things a bit more towards Frequency's favor, assuming they don't lose any life forms. Of course, with Stranger being a Gorge, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, I think that was his own res, so it looks like they aren't going to be bonusing this particular instant. We got Stranger going in there to help this combat here in Agri Labs again. 1 Marine down, just Darkrai and Save Me left. Stranger's going to Bile Bomb them a bit to try and chip off their armor. Retraced moving back in after healing, taking down Save Me now towards Darkrai, who also gets taken down. It looks like for a moment that the Stranger might spit him down, but I think that the delay there on the spit was enough to make it not happen. Got both Fades rotating towards Hydro again. Jope taking a quick detour through Falls and almost getting taken down. He uses Umbra to survive and escapes out towards Platform. Gibbs apparently at some point hit his mic key and I did not hear it at all. Anyway, we got both Fades here escaping out towards the north of Falls. Since there are still 3 Marines there camping on that gate, that would obviously be why. Boone is really... Oh, Boone! Boone! That was bad. He just got taken down there in Platform. However, he has enough res to relurk if he so wishes. Both Fades have grabbed their upgrades at some point, and Jope still hasn't for whatever reason, but not the end of the world there. We got Retraced and Denalb here going after Denozo, who has a shotgun now, and Save Me. Now they have Jope as doing Umbra support. Guess what? That Harvester in Agri Labs is in danger again. It looks like, oh, Denalb almost gets taken down. He got chipped to what's that? Really low. Okay, he escaped off my screen before I could mouse over him there, but pretty dang low. The Dark Elf is going to be the next one down there, getting taken down by Retraced. You got 7 extractors now down. So we move up here so you can see the little bit of combat. Yeah, Degarten, Denozo, and Save Me being the ones out in Falls again, with Denozo and Save Me now also going towards Agri Labs yet again, where Stranger, Retraced, and Denalb are all waiting. Save Me gets to be the first one down, followed by Denozo's next. Obviously, since they were just LMGs, was a little obnoxious suicide mission. Dark Elf is going to go after... oh, no, he's not going to go after the Harvester there. He's gonna go and try and build a stealthy gate there, it looks like, in, uh, what is that, West Route? Potentially. I don't know, he's just gonna stand around maybe. Yeah, come on, do something. Anyway, we got bunch of aliens going through falls again, just kind of poking at it. We have armor 2, or weapons 2 going up. 3? 2. Weapons 2 almost completing. I really hate those little carrots, or whatever the hell, little symbol-y things instead of letters. Well, numbers, whatever. Anyway, we got Dark Elf finally going after that Harvester. If he gets cleared, that Harvester is in pretty much no danger. That should be resisted real quick. However, seeding has been assisted into like crazy, and that'll be interesting to see whether or not they go after that. Got a shotgun from Save Me and Denozo there as an LMG finally taking down Agri Labs. Ono's upgrades have been completed. And Save Me losing his shotgun right there. Darkrai getting taken down in West Route. Advanced Armory is being started, so I do suppose that'll probably mean we'll be possibly seeing some jetpacks coming up fairly soon. Still got DeGarten, Dark Elf, and Save Me being the ones that seem to be, well, that's a slightly different grouping. I apologize. We got Boone working on the RT there in platform. We got Denozo finally moving into seeding and taking down the Harvester that had been dropped there. It was partially ground, so that's just delaying the res there. I doubt they expected to keep that, but I guess that counteracts the fact that the Marines Vexta keeps coming in here and harassing Agri Labs. And Darkrai is going to come in there with a shotgun as well, so if they haven't been paying attention, Stranger's going to get owned there because he was watching the combat going on over by the RT. He goes down -1 Gorge. Poor little Gorgie. Denozo's still working on that Harvester. We got Dark Elf clearing the one over here on platform. They're going to go and counter that whole dropping a thing in seeding for by dropping one here in Agri Labs. However, down here we got Boone down in base, just being annoying. It looks like has to get out of the chair and finally shoot him down there. Wasted enough time. That was plenty of time when the Marines did not have med packs. They're retreating back towards Falls, taking out a Skulk as they go. But you know, 2 shotguns. We got Retraced and Joe both on that gate. They're gonna get the heck out of there so they don't get owned. Drifter also going to scram. That extractor there must be kind of annoying there. Dark Elf is going to go after that Harvester in filtration that he has unfinished business with. Jope is going to come over there and take him down, but that's going to be too late for little Harvester. Maybe. You should save that. If that gets saved, that'll be pretty awesome. 5%. It gets saved with 5% to go. That's, as I said, pretty awesome. We got Boone killing the Harvester there in Agri Labs again. Got Save Me and DeGarten, both with shotguns, being not really sneaky, but being very good defenders. They're making sure they are not going to lose that gate. However, they did lose Canopy at some point. It looks like which I guess was when Boone was wandering into base. So we got Dark Elf going to recap that. We got Stranger up as Onos finally. And the shells are finally being dropped as well. So with that power down now in Agri, that'll probably at least delay some of the shenanigans that have been going down there. Got Darkrai and Save Me, it looks like, moving towards filtration. Maybe they'll actually kill that stupid Harvester that's sitting there at 5% still. 2 shotguns versus 2 fades here. Darkrai, Save Me, Denob, and Retraced, all battling it out. Denob is now under half health. However, I have lost... Oh, both of them go down. Denoza changes his mind and wanders off the other direction. Stranger shows up at the last minute. We got, looks like DeGarten and Denoza may have to deal with Jope. Maybe not. He just decided to go around. So instead, over here in... Oh, I just missed that. That was Dark Elf going down to Retraced here in platform. Frequency's doing a good job at making sure to keep their life forms up. But I don't know. We'll see how this goes. All it would take would be a couple of good shots to, you know, take down at least Jope. But now they to see what's going on here with all the Marines moving off the phase gate except for DeGarten. That might not have been the wisest thing to have the 3 push there into what is that stupid room that I'm now blanking on the name of? Over here, oh, they're getting a gate up into filtration, but they are going to lose the one in falls finally. Of course, it'll be much easier to get the gate back up in falls just because of its location relative to hives, but aka farther away, we got the Onos pack here taking down Dark Elf as well. That gate up there in filtration, though, there's going to be 3 shotgunners running towards the hive very shortly. Hey, or they can just find all the upgrades, which are just right there in the corner. Whoops. Hey, look at that! It's a bunch of upgrades! So I would assume that those are going to be shifted out very soon and moved to somewhere slightly more defensible, because that is not a very good corner for them. Or at least I would hope that they're going to try to. Or they're just going to lose them all. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We got Degarten recapping. We got Falls power out. That RT is still sitting there waiting. They lost 2 spurs so far. Or no. Yeah, they did lose 2 spurs. They're down to 1 spur. However, the gate's still up. Yeah, the fades cleared them. However, that's not exactly a very long run there from the gate. Dark Elf getting taken down. Dark Ray going to be the next one down. And that gate might go down. Denalb has to back off because he has like no health. Retraced also no health. So that's plenty. Denosa needs to be meted probably. So they can actually continue on here. Yeah, there's the shift trying to get all the upgrades out before anything terrible happens. Or look. Stranger moves in to try and defend. That shift is under half health. If they can, kill that and delay, that would be great for them. Yeah, okay, was that the shift going away or dying? Anyway, they're gonna lose that gate now. They lost all the spurs though, so that's pretty well worth it. Except for the fact that I think they also lost a considerable number of shotguns as well. I'm not sure if the math on that works out quite all that well, but we got Save Me hiding behind a pillar there, waiting for Boone to come over and bite that RT. And they may or may not end up dancing around here, but Retrace is going to move in and kill Save Me so that it's going to not be an issue. Wait, we got Dark Ray and Dark Elf showing up to drive away Retraced and Boone. So that RT should stay up, and that Drifter is also going to scram out of the vicinity. Going to get a couple shots in there on Retraced and Denalb. However, Dark Elf goes down, and it's now Dark Raid versus Denalb, and yeah, that might not end particularly well. It looks like they are going to take down the power there in Canopy. So this is going to be looking pretty bad for Vexta unless they are able to go kill Stranger and take out one of the fades and stuff. But at this point, the res is enough so the fades could just refade. So they would have to, just kill both of them and kill them again or something, or take out that hive, or just do something so that they can try and get more of an advantage again. But it might be too late anyway, considering we got the whole bunch of life forms here scooting towards their base. Oh, okay, Stranger is like way behind, but the Fades and the Lurk are gonna go and try and chomp on stuff. So there goes the Obs. They can't beacon anymore, and they're all over here in the hive. So they're gonna lose that, like everything in that base. And yep, okay, we just see stuff getting recycled. They're gonna try to. Okay, there we go. They just lost the arms lab. We got Stranger there just hanging out. Oh, they just dropped a hive to block them even from relocating. So their only move now, if they were going to relocate, would be to Falls. I don't know why they're just sitting there. They have 55 res, so they need to do something with it. Okay, they are just gonna GG. And there goes the chair. Yeah, that was actually something I was going to talk about as I'm looking up at the chat.
Taking damage.
Alright, so good first round for frequency. Yeah, that is one thing that I was going to talk about. That is one of the awesome things now in what was originally called Custom HUD, or CHUD, and is now NS2 Plus, is that Mendas recently added the little upgrades thing, so you can see that, and so, oh, poor Nitai. They want a new comm. Aw, poor guy. Anyway, they got, Amanda's added the upgrades, so you could see, what upgrades the aliens have, or whether they have a jetpack or a welder there for Marines. So that's pretty awesome. So all those times when you might have wondered, hey, what upgrades is, player of choice using without, trying to guess? Well, now you can just look at the stupid thing and know. Obviously, they need NS2 plus. Obviously, servers need NS2 plus for that to be enabled. But since this is an official match on an official server that has NS2 plus, well, that shouldn't exactly be much of an issue. It'll just be obnoxious in pubs. Anyway, so that was a good first round. We'll have to see how this a second one ends up going. Whether Frequency is just really good at aliens or whether they can have a pretty strong marine round as well. As I think I was saying before, obviously being American, I've, hung out with the NA crowd, so I know them a lot better than obviously I know the Vexta players. But I definitely know that when we first started scrimming, my team started scrimming Frequency back, like, at the start of the custom map cup back in I don't know what month that was. And and they've definitely improved a lot. They've had some slight roster changes, nothing too drastic, but they've definitely improved and are all really cool guys. So if for some reason you're looking for another team to scrim, and I recommend them as cool people. The gift basket of upgrades. Yeah, that was rather silly from Sater's part. People screamed Christmas. Yes, those upgrades. Oh, I missed that the upgrades were shifted to Hydro. I didn't know where they were shifting them. I was just watching the battles. But those upgrades there in that corner, not exactly the best. That's a really easy to see little thing. I mean, obviously, if you really had that side lockdown, it wouldn't be as much of an issue, but I think that you'd have to have some stuff there in alley and like, maybe have your hive down in platform instead of hydro so you could, really lock it down, but whatever. It worked for quite a while until I think Dark Elf saw them. Like, wait, get a gate. Let's kill this. Okay, it might not have been exactly like that, but, there it goes. What time is it here? So we will probably be seeing starting a new round momentarily since we have 6 on each team. Nothing crazy, nothing changed, of course. For some reason my tablet is not syncing correctly, so I can't see stuff. Should have had a little bit more of I should have checked that res graph there at the very end, of course, but a little too late now. I mean, I guess we could check. No, it doesn't have NS2 stats. That would be logical. So we can't go back and check that, unfortunately. But Vexta wasn't able to lock in quite as much res at the proper moment. Or at the proper, I guess moment. The proper portion of the game. Something like that, So we'll see how the second round goes. So everybody just hangs out and waits in the lovely the lovely pregame here. We got Vexta readying up, so we are just going to be waiting on Frequency. And here we go. Starting of round 2. Unsurprisingly, the spawns are blocked as usual. We will see how this goes. We will start up here. No early gorge or anything as of yet, so we got 4 moving down the right side of the map there, and we got, who's the solo guy? We got Darkrai being the solo guy, except for then he met up kind of with Save Me, so there you go. Anyway, we got Stranger Denal, Boone, and Retraced all on this side. We got two going towards Hydra, which is Stranger and Denal meeting up with Dark Elf and Denozo. Meanwhile, over here in Bamboo, we got Jope taking down Darkrai there. He's going to go back and build out our T, it looks like, at some point. Yeah, there we go. They're getting mines up. Save Me versus Boone. Getting taken down there. Meanwhile, we got Garden moving towards Canopy as well. Jope just going to start on that RT. And Boone moving towards Falls there to go cap that, while over here in Agri we got Stranger and Retraced. Nothing dropped yet, just some assists for them to kill, but over here again, we got DeGarten getting taken down to under half health. Over here in Agri again, we got nothing particularly exciting, but we got three aliens here moving into platform, meeting up with DeGarten, so it's DeGarten, Dark Elf, Save Me, and Denozo here. Moving up to just stomp all over Jope as soon as he comes around the corner. He didn't take out anyone, but we got two in that group that are really chipped, so if somebody so much as sneezes on Dark Elf, he's pretty much going down. So they're just going to go into base and try to take that. Looks like they lost one somewhere. Oh, mine takes out one, mine takes out another. All that's left is DeGarten and Save Me, who came in way too late there. So Satyr should be up. Maybe? Nope, Satyr gets cleared, so Stranger has to run back, and they're going to work on that IP, which is now under almost a 25%. Jope is able to respawn. DeGarten is going to be the last Skulk living, at least of that push, and he's going to escape towards seeding as well, where Boone and Darkrai are already there. DeGarten is maybe going to go try and jump onto Boone, but he's taken down, which is unsurprising given his starting HP. Boone is able to clear them both because they went in one by one, meet up with Stranger, and go do whatever it is they wish to do. Got Retrace there taking down Save Me, and now Nitai is out of the hive, goes and takes down Retraced. But we got here a little bit of an issue there from Denalb just kind of taking a couple pot shots at the hive. DeGarten and Denozo, Denozo goes down. But DeGarten's still alive and kicking. They're able to, and with the help of Dark Elf, is able to take down Denob. Got Boone and Stranger moving towards Nitai's there in the hallway. Almost takes down Boone. Oh, it does take down Boone and then gets killed. So Stranger's the only one alive there, but there's nothing there in filtration for them to, kill. Got DeGarten and Darkrai still hanging out towards the Falls vicinity. Dark Elf taking down the Hydro. RT with Retraced moving up into there. Looks like we got two here moving towards seeding versus Denob, so Darkrai and DeGarten. Got Denozo and Dark Elf moving towards Falls again, where Stranger is hanging out. Do have DeGarten working on that RT there in Falls. But Denozo is going to get incredibly chipped and then hide a little bit. If he takes down... Oh, he isn't able to take down Stranger, but it is plenty of time for DeGarten to get a lot of hits on that RT. Got Darkrai working on the one at seeding where Denalb currently is, and Darkrai is able to clear Denalb and then get back on that RT, which is going to go down unless somebody instantaneously respawns, which is not going to happen. That RT in Falls, though, what is that? Really low? I don't know, it doesn't want to give me a number for some reason, but it's really stupid low. Anyway, we got weapons 1, we got our knobs up, we got weapons 2 going. That RT in seeding is history. The one here in Falls is also now history. We got Save Me versus Jope, and looks like, who's that? Boone is not going to come back him up, so Jope's on his own there. Hydra's going down. Save Me is really chipped and getting the heck out. Phase Tech has been started. Some pretty good res biting there from Vexta, taking down 3 RTs in 4-ish minutes. And Jope clears, what was that? Oh god, there are like 3 dead and I missed reading the thing. Anyway, over here, we got Denozo and Dark Elf hanging out in Hydro, and phase gates are going. So they'll probably be setting one up in Falls momentarily. It's like Jope is rebuilding that RT or welding it. I don't know why that isn't showing when you mouse over it for some reason. Anyway, we got Jope and Darkrai dancing around this little room here. Save Me and Dark Elf are also going to move in there. They're going to use the little windows there on top of the thing to be able to skip that whole area and converge on Jope, who is going to go down without taking out any of them, but they're all really chipped, so that'll be easy for somebody else to go and clear. Denozo is escaping off to the side there. That RT is obviously relatively unhurt. Falls going down. We got the one here in Canopy going down, but we got up here in the hive, we got Retraced and Boone being obnoxious, with Degarten and Nitai the only ones there at this particular instant. There aren't exactly any upgrades for them to kill, so all they're going to do is kill some eggs, which of course is kind of expensive, but Degarten isn't going to be able to do much on his own. It is Lurkra, so if they could get the Lurks up, then they could clear it. But obviously with one, okay, only one Marine now, down in the hive, they should be able to clear this. It's just Retraced versus Dark Elf, Nitai, and Degarten. It does get cleared. They will be able to go Lurks whenever the heck they feel like it. Filtration is going down. Definitely Frequency is doing a good job at keeping things fairly aggressive here. They did get a whip up and a crag there in Agri-Labs, so that should help them defend. They are getting a gate up now in Falls. Shotguns have been started. There are some pretty late lurks. They are going to take down the RT there in Platform. Denozo is up as a lurk along with Darkrai. They're just debating, it looks like, whether or not to push into Falls, but Retraced and Donalb are going to push into Agri instead. See whether or not they have any luck there versus the Lurk, since they do not have the shotguns up yet. Oh, Retraced kills Donalb. A little bit of friendly fire issue there. Stranger shows up a little bit later because he ran in from Hydro. Get to Garten Dark Elf waiting over there, and Save Me is working on the gate, but obviously Donalb pops through there and is able to take him down. They're going to try and get a gate up here in Agri-Labs, which of course would be pretty bad there for Vexta. Got Nitai out of the hive as well, along with both Lurks, Denozo, and Darkrai. So if they need to really work on clearing this. Okay, there you go. Both Marines down, but Boone is a little bit farther behind. He just also still with an LMG. Jope following along a little bit behind as well. That gate is history, so we'll have to see here whether Jope can land some good shots and scare off the Lurks, or if this is going to be a very good at least a good engagement victory for the Oh, nope, they just lost a Lurk. That shotgun just showed up out of nowhere. Oh, both Lurks. Oh, well then. That's not exactly good. They're still, they're on 3 RTs. That gate is now up almost. So that Agri-Labs RT is going to be history. The one there in Filtration will probably be next. They are getting Armor 1 finally. They've been doing all this with no armor. Got Retraced and Jope moving towards the hive again. We got Darkrai was there trying to defend, but obviously with the shotgun there along with the LMG, that's a little bit harder to push. Over here, they are clearing the stuff there in Agri-Labs, but I don't know. We got Retraced, the one still kicking in there, along with, though Donalb just shows up at the last minute. It's able to take down Degarten. Darkrai's the only one left. Nitai out of the hive again. He goes and just parasites Donalb to death. They just lost, I don't know, 2 or so shotguns up there. Looks like the whip is obviously off infestation, so it can't do much anymore. Stranger just pops through, and and along with Jope, they're just going to kill the whip and the harvester there and take over Agri-Labs. That does mean that that Vexta is pretty well boxed in there in that, sort of the northwestern part of the map. But okay, they may end up getting farther boxed in because they got Donalb moving into Platform here, which is not claimed at all really. A few cysts that just got placed versus Degarten. We got Jope and Retrace in the hive again, clearing Darkrai. Nitai's out of the hive, just dancing around, but versus shotguns, he's probably going to get picked off the hive itself here in a moment, which he does. Retrace and Jope going after the upgrades and stuff. It's like they're going to take down one of the spurs. Darkrai's back in there. They're building a whip, so there is that, but that'll be far too little too late, at least to try and save some of these. Two spurs down. Retrace still alive. Still, Jope got taken down by Darkrai though. However, down here we got Dark Elf clearing the Marines, at least one of the Marines there. Ozo and Dark Elf both working on the phase gate, which it's going to go down, but Jope got through the gate first, so that weapons too. That's plenty for, you know, what little for taking out what little. What's the word? Yeah, I'm losing my train of thought on that one, so we'll just skip it and continue. Anyway, they got a gate up here in infiltration / west route. I guess it's actually in west route. So they just traded that one there, and they're going to put a gate up back in Agri again while that one is being attacked, since obviously cutting the cis chain and just trudging on in there is going to really draw some attention. But I guess they saw the one in Agri Labs first. So Jope is potentially going to get cleared there before Boone is able to get a clear line of sight. Boone does have a shotgun though, so no, he is able to clear them. Okay. Got RT harassment going on down there in Canopy. Dark Elf and Nitai defending the hive. A lot of good res biting, but apparently not enough from Vexta, because obviously they're pretty well boxed in. Yeah, they only lost one harvester. Well, so far they're going to lose the second one here shortly. Okay, that gate in Agri is up. Boone is maybe going to go down. Boone? Nope. Nope. He's going to, backed up by Denalb and Retrace. They're going to clear the skulks and continue on there. The curtain looks a little bit perplexed there in the middle of falls. At least, you know, looked around there. There isn't anything to kill, at least at this particular instant. We got Dark Elf and Darkrai there in the hive. Getting taken, Dark Elf getting taken down by Retraced. Nitai out of the hive. Possibly going to go after Denalb here. Denalb is... nope. Not going to go down quite yet. They're going for some biomass. They are at almost fade res. They are one tick. So it's another minute-ish, depending on where in that minute it is. And they might have some... might end up with some fades. It is, however, not exactly a good position for them. It may be a slow death here. Oh, Boone gets taken down. Denozo may take down Denalb as well, especially if that whip is able to get a couple good hits. Or nope, Denalb is going to take down him and Nitai, and Darkrai is the only one up, but obviously got a med pack there. So Dark Elf and Darkrai are the two that are going to have to go and try and take down Denalb. Just missing bites or something, maybe just good med packing there. Do see med packs on the ground there, so probably the latter. Or some combination of the two. But while they're sitting there staring at Denalb, Jope is able to come in from behind. It looks like the RT was being harassed there in Hydro. But this is pretty well locked down. They're getting weapons 3. They're going for cat packs. They aren't even going to bother with armor 2, it looks like. Not enough eggs. They're all trapped in there. They do have... they don't even have enough... They don't have a way to even go and, like, you know, get their fades, even though they have the res for it. It's pretty well over at this point, especially with, you know, everybody, you know, chilling out in the hive. And there is the GG right as the hive, right before the hive goes down. Frequency does take round 2 here. So, definitely proving that they aren't, you know, just good at aliens there. Alright, so we will be moving to a different server here. We know what server yet? He's saying east number 2. Alright, so we're going east number 2, so let's go do that. Where's east number 2? East number 2, please. I guess I can wait for one of them to join it, but if I find it first, then I find it first. Oops. Oops. What the? Well, that was interesting. Game doesn't like me. Anyway. That was not particularly good luck there for Vexta with that losing both lurks in the same engagement when they'd been on the back foot as far as res went. Not exactly the best start there, so we'll see whether or not that was a fluke or not. I like seeing games go 2-2 due to clever play and all that type of stuff. So yeah, we'll see how that we'll see how that goes. Obviously, here we'll be starting round two on Summit. I'll tap a moment here just to see something. Okay. All right. So we will see how this all goes on round. Oh, let's see. Frequency. They should have two. There we go. All set up. Oh, I accidentally stacked my windows wrong, so I can't read the chat. There we go. Now I can read everything again. Anyway, I'm wondering if does anybody in chat know if that discussion on the balance mod is still going on? Or there's anything exciting going on with that or not? I mean, obviously, I kind of lack the ability to be in two places at once at this particular instance, so I don't know whether that discussion has been wrapped up or anything like that. Reading chat here. CCT wants to hear the birdie. Well, she's being quiet. She's actually behaving herself. She's eating. So I guess you won't be hearing her right now. It's entirely possible that you may hear her later if she decides to be loud, but she has been behaving, so I am not going to encourage her to be loud and obnoxious because not everybody wants to hear the bird. Also wondering whether Vexta will be able to get their uh when they get to do their alien round on Summit here, whether we will be able to actually see their fades or not. I mean, it's never fun getting stomped that early on. Well, not really stomped necessarily. They were putting up a fight, but they didn't exactly. Once they lost those lurks, it was downhill from there because they weren't able to defend their RTs properly and all that jazz. So we'll just be waiting on people to get in here. We're still waiting on one Vexta guy, it looks like. Uh, the other one that begins with Dark, who I'm forgetting the name of. Oh gods. You'd think I could remember these things from between rounds, but I don't know. So we'll just wait on the last guy there to get into the server. I suppose I could cheat and just alt tab and see if I have that page up still. Let's look at the roster so I can see who it is and not be an idiot. Glad the NSL site is actually working at the moment, not freaking out like it was before. Darkrai, that's who it was. Uh, I'm bad with names, don't mind me. I apologize to Darkrai for forgetting the second half of his name. So, obviously, with nobody ready up as of yet, at least as far as I recall. No, I guess I have to check the log. Anyway, with neither team readied up, it's obviously no huge rush here for getting the game rolling. So hopefully he will be back in here soonish. Obviously, with obviously Boone is alt tabbed, but pings aren't exactly the greatest for Vexta on here. So Dark Elf has it's lower ping than everybody else on his team, at least so far. So we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, what do you guys? Even though it'll be 3 minutes in the past for me, what do you guys think? Let me just alt tab and read through the read through the chat real quick again. Yeah, if there's issues with Twitch, I unfortunately cannot do much to make Twitch behave itself. I'm obviously reading up from, I think this was between the last 2 rounds or something at some point. Well, obviously, if there's some sort of issue going with Twitch, sometimes refreshing will make it buffer less. Other times it'll make it buffer more just because it, hates your guts or whatnot. But I can't exactly do much to force it to cooperate because that would be logical. But yeah, I hope people have enjoyed what games have been played so far this season and are keeping an eye out for the ones that are going to be showing up this weekend and that sort of thing. I believe what was it the is it Snails versus Imagine is yeah Snails versus Imagine is on Monday. No clue who's casting that yet because that was just confirmed. Won't be me because I'm scared of that. Premiere sounds scary. Okay, last guy is having problems joining, so that would explain the delay here because these guys have been very prompt for NS2 teams, considering how many issues that um, normally seem to happen. There's always some sort of delay. It's just you know it just has issues. Starting on time and continuing to start on time is a miracle rather than uh, the norm. If anyone's is or was hanging out listening to the balance mod stuff, you should totally like give cliff notes of what's been talked about in chat or something, so people who don't want to listen to everybody arguing or ranting away, whatever. Everybody can know the highlights, whether anybody said anything dumb, the usual. Keep everybody entertained during this 3 minute a 3 minute delay here. It looks like um, still short on that one guy. Yeah, still not even in the server yet. But keep everyone entertained while we're between rounds here. Looks like there was looks like I don't know. There was some talk. It looks like okay. There, you maybe you heard my bird. Just a couple quiet chirps. I don't know. There was some talk of I guess of maybe splitting up Phantom or something. Assuming so, silence is separate than camo. Hopefully, the last Vexta guy is able to get in there. Darkrai, unless they're swapping out somebody else, but I don't know whether they'd have anybody available anyway, since I am not psychic. It's terrible. I was hoping that the only delays we'd have would be at the very beginning there, so I'd like used up all my filler content talking about the balance mod changes and all that jazz at the very beginning. Now I'm sitting here going, well. Yeah, I guess Heracles had some choice words about the choices that were available or that were made on the balance mod. And notes about babblers, of course, which are kind of ridiculous right now, if I do recall correctly. So let's see. What? I mean, I know one of the other major changes, of course, was that to fade energy issues. There's a whole thing about adding metabolize, which may or may not be a little bit crazy. At least when compared to at least when combined with regen, which also, if I recall correctly, got a boost, so it was higher. I don't know. I don't have the patch notes in front of me, so obviously I can't really look. So I theoretically can bring them. I theoretically, I guess, could bring it up on my tablet, so I don't even have to alt tab and miss anything. Miss them talking about Belgian chocolate. But of course, as I said, if you had any very strong opinions on the changes that are listed somewhere on the NSL site, well, technically in a Google Doc that is linked on the NSL site, you should go post those or talk, post them on either the NSL or main NS2 forums, or go and, you know, tap into the TeamSpeak if that discussion's still going on and tell them why they're wrong or why they're right. Because obviously if somebody, I mean, it's not like this is a it's a community driven thing. If you really hate one of the changes and you have not said that you hate the change or that you think a change should exist or something like that, I mean, to a certain point that kind of nerfs your ability to complain, cuz when you have this opportunity to go and yeah, okay, yeah, um maybe they don't, actually take your suggestion, but at least you tried. If you haven't tried and to put in your 2 cents and you're gonna be complaining about it later, well, maybe you should just put in your 2 cents now so you don't have to complain, because nobody likes it when people complain. My bird agrees, I think. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, we're still waiting on Darkrai, quite obviously. Technically the timer has started, so we have 15 minutes left for him to try and figure out how to get into the server or whatever the issue is. Boone being a little bit silly. Okay, they're gonna try and reload the map, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, 'cause I had that weird issue with entering as well. It just like kicked me out for no apparent reason, and I don't know why. It didn't even pop up an error. I don't know what happened, whether it got nerfed by a map change or I don't know. Alright, so now we get to reload the map and start waiting again. Hopefully this will be starting soon, or well, round 2 will be starting. Round 3, map 2. Let's get the numbers right here. We'll be starting soonish. We got quite a few people in here as well. So everybody reloads here. It's going to look something up. What was I going to look up? Oh, of course the dashboard isn't working. I was going to look and see how many people were in there, including the people that aren't, logged in, but Twitch is dumb apparently and does not like giving real numbers, because that would be logical. Anyway, what we got? Frequency, not entirely back in the server, but they're going to ready up anyway. Looks like actually they do have everyone, so it is just they need to join the team. And oh, there's Darkrai. He was able to get in the server. So it worked. It is not the end of the world. So we are going to be able to start here on round 3, and I need to fix that again. Click buttons. There we go. Anyway. So now we're just waiting on Boone to. Did he just rejoin? Okay, he did just rejoin there. Uh, the team looks like same set of people, so nothing crazy there. We'll just be ready to go here on round 3, where Vexta will be again Marines and frequency will again be aliens. But of course, this being Summit, you actually have to, think about where they might spawn. And also, obviously, quite a few. I don't think anybody likes spawning in Atrium, really. So we'll see if it ends up like it is right now in pregame, or if they end up in the like horizontal spawn positions, or what. Yeah, okay, that was on. I wasn't delusional. Anyway, we got 15 seconds here until the game actually starts. Alright, they are going to start in the horizontal spawns with, over here in flight control we got frequency, and over here in data we got Vexta, who are going to power build an arms lab, an armory, and probably go for some pretty quick mines there. Got 3 here moving into Crossroads. Denalb, Retraced, and Stranger all just waiting around for Save Me and Dark Elf to move in and probably get pounced on, though it looks like Save Me's been parasited, so he knows something is up. Meanwhile, down here in Vent, we had Jope poking at Denozo and Darkrai, getting one parasite off there. Up here in Reactor, we got Degarten versus Boone. Strangers and Retraced are going to move in here. Stranger is going to survive with basically no health. Yeah, he is going to survive with basically no health, and Frequency is going to clear Crossroads there before moving on over towards Reactor, where Boone just cleared Degarten and is working on the RT, which was finished, but won't exist for very long. Meanwhile, we got Denozo versus Jope, and it looks like Denozo just killed Darkrai by accident. Whoops. But they're able to save Vent at least, though Denalb and Retraced are going to go and make that also short-lived. We got Dark Elf and Save Me moving into Reactor with Boone and Stranger, putting down some mines pretty much everywhere. Got Denalb and Retrace versus Degarten. Degarten does get taken down while Darkrai moves in a little bit too late to go and back him up. Dark Elf and Save Me rebuilding Reactor while Stranger is there at about half health, so they can land enough shots on him, he should be pretty easy to take down. Boone is retreating towards Crossroads where there currently is nothing. But we got Denozo harassing Complab over here, but Sator's out of the hive to come and help Jope clear this. Denozo is able to take down Jope, but gets cleared by Sator, who's going to go back to the hive itself. We got Degarten and Darkrai moving into Event yet again, which obviously got cleared. Got Boone and Retrace just waiting for the proper moment to go engage this thing. However, they do get cleared, so Darkrai and Degarten are going to, hang out and rebuild that RT. They have taken down both the naturals once, it looks like. Both the Vexta's naturals once. Got Stranger hanging out in the vent as Denozo walks into class. Looks like Stranger may. Nope, he's just gonna watch him go by, maybe. Over here in Crevice, we got 3 Skulks, and Dark Elf just went down, and now Save Me also just goes down. Denalb is gonna go and work on the extractor there. We got Darkrai and Degarten both. Well, I was gonna say both parasited, but the one on Darkrai just wore off. They're gonna see if they can get sub-access. Meanwhile, over here in Vent, there was just a mine rescuing that that extractor. Boone is in the vent, but there isn't anything for him to kill there. They do have 30 res, so it's not like they're, they couldn't build that RT. They're just gonna go and try and take down that harvester instead. With Sator out of the hive again with Retrace, and I believe is Boone. Nope, Boone is not gonna come show up from behind. So just gonna try and work on that, and looks like Degarten is gonna get taken down. Also, Jope showing up as well, so that has Complab has been cleared again, but they didn't even cap the one in sub, so not a ton gained there. Save Me is going to move into, what is that, the little hallway there outside of Pipe Junction. Is it maintenance access? Yeah. Anyway, we got Dark Elf over there, and Crevice getting converged on by like every alien ever. Jope is up his lurk. As is Boone. And Boone and Retrace are going to move towards Save Me here in Crossroads, who is going to get annihilated. As is the poor RT there in Reactor. Armor 1 has been started. Dark Elf showing up to try to take... Oh, well, he did take down Stranger. Or no, Denozo took down Stranger. Anyway, we got Denal versus Denozo there. Just dancing around the thing, but Boone shows up to go and wipe out Denozo. Saved me a little bit too late. It does get some good, some reasonable shots in there on Boone. However, Jope has at this point rejoined Boone. Though both are roughly the same health, they aren't going to engage, especially with Dark Elf also showing up to support them. They got Armor 1, or, you know, almost completed at this point. DeGarten and Darkrai moving down into Vent again, where Retraced is kind of waiting. 3 RTs down at 4 minutes. Not so bad as far as res betting goes. Not that there's been that much up. It would be more. I mean, they've been really making sure to keep pressure on these naturals. Well, up here in Atrium, looks like both Lurks versus 2 Marines. Gonna clear that, no problem. Stranger showing up as a Gorge to go put a tunnel somewhere. Yep, over there in the corner. Armor 2 going up as well. Considering that they're losing a lot of the engagements, it's not a bad decision necessarily. We'll see how they play with Armor 2 and Weapon 0. Got Retraced and Boone about ready to go and take out Darkrai. DeGarten is backing off into the hallway out of line of sight, but Boone is going to go after him. They're going to go and try and rescue that RT, but that became not an option once they broke line of sight there in that little switchback hallway. And so Denalb is able to go back and work on that. Got, let's see here. What have we got? Got Dark Elf creeping along, waiting to see if he can scoot forward and do some damage in Comp Lab, but he's parasited by Retrace, so much for being sneaky. Anyway, we got Denalb hanging out in base, getting pistoled to death by DeGarten. Dark Elf got taken down there, I believe it was. They're going to, Darkrai and DeGarten are going to move down into Vent and recap that again. They are getting shotguns also, which may help a bit, but with Weapon 0, it's not exactly ideal. There still haven't been any Harvesters taken down yet. Stranger almost goes down. They're going to move a whip there into Reactor to just be as obnoxious as humanly possible, it seems like. Save Me is going to show up, you know, before the whip can do any damage, so good for him and Dark Elf, but with Boone there doing his absolute best to try and take them down, delay them, and generally be obnoxious. Looks like they do have a little heal. They have a Kragan coming as well, so if they lock that down, that'll be really bad for Vexta. Okay, they did move the whip so that they could take down that RT there. Meanwhile, down here in Sub, they are going to finally, looks like, take out a Harvester. However, Reactor has been cleared of both its RT and the Marines that were in that vicinity. We got Denozo there in Cross taking down, looks like Denalb. Not much else. They're going to build a little gorge for it, it looks like, or at least enough PvE to be obnoxious in Reactor and to totally delay that being able to be capped. We got DeGarten and Darkrai just like scooting along into Comp Lab where the fades are up. We got Retrace there as a fade, and also Denalb will be somewhere. It's like he's across the map. They're going to go after Reactor. Takes down that. Meanwhile, over here in Reactor with all the PvE in the world, got Save Me being the only one there who does not get saved by Denozo, who's shown up with a shotgun. They're finally going for Weapons 1 as well, which is almost complete, so that'll definitely help them out a little bit. However, looks like we had somebody in base. It looks like maybe it was blinking. A little bit too slow to get there, but there was blinking in base. Anyway, power's down in Reactors, so they're really boxed in. They have Vent and their own you know, spawn. That's about it. Jope is hanging out in that little vent, shooting through the grating. It looks like Dark Elf's gonna go in there and attempt to recap that, get the power back up and all that jazz. Got Jope going in there and sitting on the arms lab while DeGarten and Darkrai move down into Sub for another time. Save Me and Denozo and Dark Elf all in Reactor/Glass at this point. Fade going into base. They have like all the life forms in base there as well. Retraced, Denalb, and Jope all hanging out. Jope is going to take down that arms lab. Perhaps Denozo is going to get taken down. Uh, Save Me is going to try and get Jope off the arms lab, but they just lost their arms lab, so much for their upgrades. Atrium Hive has been dropped. DeGarden trying to go through and pinch a life form, but none of them are particularly... Oh, he might get Boon. He does get Boon. So that is definitely a point in their direction, but at this point it's probably a bit too late to be able to do much of anything as far as, regaining, unless they get some really good shots going. They are going to rebuild that arms lab there in the corner. We got Dark Elf and Dark Ray moving down into Vent again. But both Fades are scooting towards the north side of the map. Going to hang out there and then probably scoot into base where they are. Save Me and Denozo just kind of right around the corner there in glass outside of Data. Get a couple shots, not really much damage done to either Fade. They're just going to retreat and get energy back and all that jazz while Jope moves in the back entry to Data, which was completely unguarded at that particular moment in time. He's going to come up behind him and probably try and chomp down Denozo. Well, no, change of mind. He goes into the vent under the floor. We got a Fade going through base as well. Dark Ray and Dark Elf still down in sub. That Harvester has gone down. However, Denalb is down there as well. Atrium has been completed because Stranger is still a Gorge at last check. Obviously, there hasn't been much of any damage done to the Harvester numbers. And it's been pretty strongly alien-sided this whole thing. Anyway, we've got a little battle going on down here in Crossroads. Retraced at under half, but Save Me and Denozo are both relatively wounded. But Denozo does have a shotgun, so if he lands some good shots, he could drive the Fades away, which he does, because it looks like they're going to go and possibly... No, they're going to... They know that Dark Elf and Dark Ray are there, though, in Comp Lab. Boone is working on the Extractor. We got both Fades coming in there, along with Jope as the Lurk. Denalb he's like low on energy and health. If he a little bit of mucus there to save the Fade, but they are able to clear the Marines there. Yeah, okay, it needs to be resisted. Not the end of the world. We got DeGarten there, right around the corner. Strangers all alone is a little Gorge. But Retraced and Denalb and Jope are all showing up along with, Save Me and Denozo again. DeGarten and Denozo both very wounded. However, Stranger is kind of cut off from everybody, so that Gorge is probably doomed. Or he can run away. They could have pinched him in that little corner fairly easily. Denalb is just going to go sweeping through as well. They're just going to hang out in the south part of the map. Only Denozo... Oh, Denozo team kills his buddy there. Saved me. Or saved me. How to English. Anyway, we got Denalb versus Dark... Denalb goes down to Dark Ray and Dark Elf. So good kill. That's definitely good for them. However, we got something blinking here. Looks like a skull. It was probably Boone again working on the RT there in base again. Not much damage to it at this point. Jope is going to run into Dark Elf and Dark Ray. See if they can take down another life form or not. Jope is fairly injured. They are going to drop Sabaxis right as he dies. So they are, if they didn't hear that, I'm pretty sure they heard that. I mean, we got Denozo and Save Me there in Crossroads, along with Retraced as the remaining Fade. However, as it is, weapons, is that weapons one still? I hate the little thing there. It is still weapons one, so that isn't exactly particularly threatening. More skulks in base. Nothing particularly, destroyed. DeGarten and Dark Ray moving back into Vent. We got Denozo moving in towards Cross, where Retraced is going to show up and probably kill Denozo no problems, especially with Jope spamming Umbra. They are getting Gorge upgrades as well, so probably not even an issue worrying about waiting for Onos at this point for them. Denalb in there working on the RT. Save Me and Dark Elf do win that little engagement, but however we got Dark Ray down here at the, the building hive, which is... Oh, it did get finished too. Jeez. Stranger was making sure that thing, got built really quick there. Dark Elf versus Retraced here, dancing around the Harvester in Crossroads. Jope showing up at the last moment to go through and land a bite there and help him clear that. Boone moving into the control room here in Data Core, getting taken out by Dark Ray. And obviously that's looks like they are gonna go harass the base again. Dark Ray just hanging out there in Pipe Junction. Retrace going around. Obviously, not exactly the best for Marines at this point. Vexta has had quite a few extractors go down, but after a certain point, they didn't have enough for them to do for frequency to do the, one extractor a minute thing. Got Retraced and Boone both moving into base again. Looks like Retraced is just gonna skip on through. A little bit of fighting going on down here in Vent. Looks like Stranger just went down his gorge. However, he has plenty. He could go Onos. He could go Onos and end this very quickly, I would assume, considering they still are only on Armor 2, Weapons 1. Denozo and Save Me moving up into Glass, where Boone and Denalb are just kind of waiting around the corner. Boone might on... I don't know, depending on how quickly they get that... Oh, Stranger actually went Fade. Okay. That wasn't what I was expecting, considering he had 62 res or something at the time. Anyway, we got a fight down here in Vent. We got 3 Marines versus, quite a few life forms. Got Dark Elf, Daggerton, or Daggerton? I actually don't know how to say that name properly. Somebody will have to correct me afterwards. And Dark Ray down there. Jope is showing up, gonna try and take out Dark Ray. Daggerton. Still alive there, but gets taken down by Stranger. Boone will be up as... Well, is he going... Oh, yes, Boone is going to go Onos. Okay. However, they are going to GG this and not wait for the Onos to come rampaging in. Alright, so GG for... so now that the GG has been called and the banner is up, that is frequency with 3 now. And Vexta still with 0, so... It'll be interesting to see whether they can pull out of a single... rage break. I mean, at least this time, Vexta was definitely able to take down at least some of the life forms. They got the lurk, they got the fade. So it's not like they're, absolutely terrible. Oh my God, why are they in this div anyway? Kind of thing. It's just, as I said when we started this out, I had no idea how this was going to compare, considering they hadn't played enough of the same teams for me to take a logical guess about who would win this. I am hoping that they will go and click that. There we go. I am hoping that they are able to go and take the at least one round here. That would be nice for them. I would certainly think. But that round didn't go so well. I think the frequency was doing a really good job there, keeping on the naturals, making sure that Vexta was not able to get really anything as far as res went. They were just locked in there pretty much once lurks were up, I guess. I'd have to scroll back in time and look, but it was pretty early on. They were just kind of stuck there. It's because they lost the 2 naturals so early on that it just wasn't a good start for them. It's entirely possible here that they will be able to go and hopefully not lose both their lurks in the same engagement like they did on the Biodome round and get a good start here and, as I said, maybe take a round from frequency. Obviously, everybody is on the proper teams at the moment, so we will just be waiting for ready calls. Yeah, I am kind of perplexed as to why Stranger went Fade instead of Onos. I mean, maybe that was a misclick. I don't know. I was rather perplexed. It obviously wasn't much of an issue considering he, didn't flash it and didn't, it wasn't. The game ended soon after, so it wasn't the end of the world. And besides, Boone was not too far behind with his Onos that he didn't get to even drag into combat. So we will see how the last round goes. Hopefully, Vexta does have some sort of evil scheme for trying to get a clever win. I mean, if we assume it's not like uh, uh, not bad choices and it's more along the lines of frequencies, just higher skilled or something, then hopefully the Vexta has a good idea of what they should do to get a clever win if they can't do a skill one, or vice versa. If they're, think that they're just really being disorganized or something, maybe they just need to really, um, take just really do something smart. If they're shooting bad, they need to work together and win. If they're being disorganized, they need to just shoot better and kill everything in sight and not lose any engagements because obviously, yeah, stuff, things, whatever. Oh, I obviously need to prep some more filler content for when I've used up all of my filler content at the beginning when I thought that everything was going to get rolling along really quickly. All right, so we got readied up on both teams, so we are ready to go here in 15 seconds. Or 10, whatever. So here we go, the final round here of Frequency versus Vexta on Summit. They are going to be, and Frequency is going to be starting up in Atrium, while down in Sub-Axis we have Vexta starting out. It's like no Gorge at this particular instant, 3 going up towards the right, 2 towards the left, and 4 of Frequency guys going down towards Reactor. I'm assuming some will probably split towards Crossroads. Got Dark Elf going through Crossroads at the moment towards Crevice, along with Save Me. Stranger is building that one where we got a little bit of fighting going on here. It looks like Denozo is going to get taken down by Jope, and Daggerton is... Degarton, I don't know how to say his name. He also gets somewhat chipped at. Dark Elf is running away from Retraced and Nob and basically runs into a Stranger who did not have his guns reloaded and so gets trampled. Dark Elf is going to continue on into base. Got Jope blowing up some cysts there down in Vent and trying to be really aggressive there. Satyr out of the chair, shooting at Dark Elf along with Degarton, who has also appeared from the reactor core side of things and is at a little under half health though. He's pretty well chipped though, so will not be re-engaging in Atrium anytime soon. However, Darkrai and Denozo, who's also really chipped, is apparently going to keep sneaking along. They are going to get some, I hear mines being dropped there up in Atrium. Degarton is being taken down, gets taken down, Darkrai gets taken down, now it's Dark Elf, and, oh, Save Me gets taken down. Now it's just Dark Elf, who is not going to go fight Retraced and Nob, who are there in the middle of Crossroads with, pretty good line of sight. Meanwhile, we got Denozo there again in Reactor, just waiting quietly as Jope runs beneath. You'll probably go after that RT in a moment. However, that Drifter is going to take a bunch of bullets from Denob and Retraced. However, Retraced gets trampled by the Skulk Pack there, and then so does Denob. Degarton, Darkrai, and Save Me being the 3 that are now going to rotate towards the north part of the map while Boone builds stuff. Looks like Darkrai may go over there to bug Boone. Jope had picked off whoever it was at the RT. Looks like that was Denozo. Save Me's in the vent, and Jope is facing the wrong way, so he made... Oh, nope, he turned around. Get over here just in time to see Darkrai getting taken down by Boone, while Degarton is in the vent under the floor there. Have Saved Me running around the jet pillar in the middle of the room here in reactor, getting shot at by Jope. He's gonna go up towards the north through the base. Whether or not he bites at anything up there, we'll see. Looks like he is gonna get shot at by Satyr and then hide behind a box. Jope is gonna come over there to back him up, but while of course this is going on, they're obviously not getting any med packs, so hopefully they will not have any combat. Anyway, we got Denalb and Retrace there, meeting up with Degarten and Darkrai and Dark Elf and Denozo. So pretty much most of the Skulks. And they're going to clear most of the Skulks, except for Denalb gets taken out by Darkrai and Retrace may go down. I don't know why there's so many missed bites at the moment, it seemed like. Anyway, Retrace ends up winning that. Jope is moving down towards Vent, it looks like, where Save Me already is. However, that nice long hallway definitely means that Save Me takes a lot of chip damage there. They are almost at Lurk Res, so that will probably be... Lurks will be showing up momentarily. That Drifter is also almost dead. Oh, we got Retrace defending Crossroads RT at the moment as well. So they are going to move into Data Core here and go after Boone. Dark Elf versus Boone along with Darkrai. They're going to clear Boone and then continue onwards. There haven't been any RTs killed yet, so basically what you see is what you're stuck with at the moment. So 3 minutes and nobody's killed an RT. So, Jope is fighting Dark Elf over here. Dark Elf is able to clear Jope and then goes back to that RT, which will probably be the first one down. We have Weapons 1 being researched at the moment, and Alb just defended the RT there in Crevice from... oh, there are 2 dead. I think it was Degarten. Anyway, we got Darkrai moving down into Comp Lab where Retrace just built that RT. He has to go over to the power. It's not... but he does not get it up. Stranger, though, is in the general vicinity, is able to clear Darkrai, and will go and finish that power. Got Boone over there removing the cysts. It is past Lurk Res, so we should see the Lurks here at any moment, whenever the heck they feel like it. Dark Elf clears out Boone again. Weapons 1 almost done. Comp Lab is being taken down. They have made sure to try to block the naturals to delay Vexta from getting any RTs at all, which has worked pretty well, I do believe. Yeah, that has kind of worked pretty well. Now we got Jope and Retrace there hanging out in Reactor along with Boone, who is going to cap that. Weapons 2 going up. They have plenty of RTs. Anyway, we got Lurks up. Darkrai is a Lurk there, going in with Save Me to take down Denalb. They have assisted into Comp Lab, or into Data Core. Comp Lab is ready to be dropped whenever that infestation spreads. Darkrai and Denozo moving in on Jope to clear him, while Retraced is too late to join the party there. Gets spotted by Nitai, who's out of the hive. Darkrai goes in there to clear Retraced at this particular moment. Perhaps. Denozo missing a few bites there, goes in on Retraced again, but he's really low, so he better watch himself. He flies back to the hive to get some heals going on. Darkrai moving in. Anyway, we got... looks like Denalb just cleared 3 Skulks there in Crossroads, just judging by the corpses. So, definitely a good play there. I don't know if he had any buddies at the moment. I don't think he did. Anyway, we got Jope sneaking forward into Vent. Again, running into Darkrai and Denozo. Darkrai getting really chipped, you know, before he even gets close, and barely makes it around the corner, though. Denozo is able to take out Jope before he's able to kill Darkrai. Got 3 Skulks now moving into Flight, and then towards Summit, where Retraced is waiting there. Gets taken out, and then Stranger's the next one, about to get rolled by the Skulk Pack if they, you know, do go in all together and take him out, which they do. However, mine takes out both Save Me and Dark Elf, who are both very chipped. Degarten, it was totally, you know, not wounded at all there, so it wasn't exactly much of an issue. He missed the mine entirely. Denozo and Darkrai are going to go over there and work on that RT. Meanwhile, up here, we got Jope being wary of the Lurks. Anyway, they're getting Armor 1 finally, along with shotguns. So it looks like he's just going to get spiked and waste a lot of med packs, at least until Boone shows up as well, and then they're maybe able to push the Lurks out of the room. Do have a Crag over there, though, and a Shift. They're just starting a little base here in Data. Meanwhile, over here in Comp Lab looks like one Marine just went down and retraced. Is full health, however, Save Me is not, so he's going to continue on. Jagarton is going to go in and get taken down. Save Me is going to try and be the hero, but does not take out Retraced, who did get low, but had a little bit of... Whoa, stuff exploding! Skulk went down and hit a lurk trap, it looked like. Or maybe suicided in the lurk trap. We shall see. And we've got Stranger and Retrace rebuilding the RT there in Comp Lab to deny that as well. I mean, up at 6 RTs, I mean, it'll be hard for Vexta to come back from this. Unless they go and really get on that res, which... Let's see here. Yeah, 6... It's okay. The only problem is that it was so long before the first RT went down that it was a bit of a disadvantage. Yes, they have not lost any of their own harvesters, but I don't know. They didn't have many to begin with. Anyway, Denozo's getting chipped. Darkrai getting chipped. They're running for their lives, but Denozo does go down. Darkrai is still up. They did not lose both RTs in the same engagement that time. Yes, my bird is singing. It happens. She's being quiet, though, at least relatively. Got Denalb working on some assists there in Vent. And Boone and Joe working on the one there in Data. Got Darkrai down there spiking Denalb from a distance, who does have a shotgun. He is, however, probably going to die in a moment if he doesn't be very careful. Obs is up. Denalb isn't able to quite make it around the corner to go and get that kill on the lurk. Boone moving through glass towards Crossroads. Gonna run into Degarton, who is going to get a little bit shot at, but not too bad. I mean, it looks like we got a whole group here moving in to clear Denalb all at once. He does get cleared. They are able to continue onwards. That RT is maybe okay if they resist it fairly promptly. I got Darkrai, Save Me, and Degarton moving in on Jope, and then Stranger and Boone move in also, and they were probably going to try and pinch everything and anything, but looks like Darkrai is able to get out without too much of an issue. Got a bunch of skulls moving towards the north end of the map, probably go take down some res. That poor little Crag is just scooting along very slowly here, since they did lose their control of Data Core. They are now trapped in the lower section of the map, aside from Comp Lab, which they still have retraced, camping over there, waiting for somebody to come and just dare to fight it. Anyway, we got 38 res there from, the potential fades, so another minute or so, and we may get some fades up on the field, assuming nothing crazy happens. Darkrai is still pretty well alive there, and Stranger is killing Sis there to be joined by Denalb. Got Jope and Dark Elf, and Darkrai has moved over there into Cross to get a couple spikes in on Jope, who drives Darkrai away with his shotgun. They are going for weapons 3. They are going for phase gates. Those will be up very shortly. I suspect we will see a Comp Lab gate. Just because, well, it's no question they have that secured. Along with cat packs, they're just gonna go, they're just like doing, screw it, go for all the upgrades, let's kill stuff. Huge battle here in Pipe Junction. All the Marines but Boone has been cleared so far. Darkrai is still at full health, so he has no problems. The only problem left is the fact that Jope is still alive and has a shotgun. He hasn't been landing his hits there, so he gets taken out as well. So they lost at least one shotgun in that mess, possibly two. Cat packs are almost done. Weapons 3 is almost done, so suddenly these Marines are gonna really hurt. Stranger drives away Dark Elf there and Save Me. Saves that RT. Degarton is working on the RT there in Comp Lab. Got Darkrai taken down, took down Denalb there. And yep, there's the Comp Lab gate. Retraced is there guarding the thing to tie out of the hive, trying to see what's up, or maybe try and take down a Marine, except for the fact that, Retraced is a shotgun. Boone is also a shotgun. Guess what? There are shotguns. However, with the shotgunners moving into the hive from that side, now that they're 2 past fade res. Why don't they have their fades up? Yeah, okay, it's still not exactly the best scenario to be having your vanilla fades going up against weapons 3, but weapons, 3 shotguns, but it's better than nothing. They're going to try and get the cross gate up here. We got Stranger and Jope, both versus Dark Elf and Dickerton. We got Jope being the last Marine standing. It does get taken down by Dickerton, who's the last skulk standing, takes him down. Still no fades, even though they have plenty of res for them. Dark Ray is going to... Oh, okay, we do have a fade going down, so that egg hopefully will be safe. It's far enough out of line of sight. Yep, there we go. We got Save Me up as fade this time, who gets immediately chipped to half health. We do have DeGarten up there, all almost dead. They did actually clear all the Marines there, so they may be able to go through and at least make sure those shotguns are wasted. However, they're, you know, three of the guys on frequency have plenty of res to go and, you know, buy a new shotgun, no problem. Save Me runs away from that. Dark Elf is going to be the other fade there, who is now up. He's going to go up the right side of the map there. Looks like we got Jope there in data core. Dark Elf is going to go and engage him and make sure that they can try and keep that RT. After all, they've done a pretty good job at trying to limit the number of RTs that frequency has, but they haven't been able to get any. They haven't even been able to drop the RTs so that they can lose them later. It's Stranger trying to clear crossroads, and up here in Reactor we have DeGarten versus Jope. Around that RT we got. Looks like they're trying to get that cross gate up. That mystical third gate that is, you know, currently proving to be a bit of an issue since, you know, all the aliens can cross that little patch of air up towards maintenance access. Anyway, we've got Boone, Retrace, and Knob all pushing to the hive again. Looks like some reactors, some little bit of, looks like they lost the reactor core harvester. Not too much else. Bonewall getting killed. Doing a little bit to fight this. They're sort of just delaying the inevitable unless... oh, they do split it up, but the phase are too far away to be able to go in there and kill the one Marine that got split, which was Boone. Where did the other Fade go? Oh, he's up here. He's way up here. Dark Elf is way up here with Jope. He's going to potentially take down... He does take down Jope. Save Me just going in there trying to get a swipe and then getting the heck out because, you know, 3 shotguns, not the best. We got Stranger taking down that data core RT, or trying to again. We got Denozo going Gorge so that he can try and support his buddies. However, we have Save Me going down there in the hallway. So, and there goes the hive, so Frequency has won this 4-0 to Frequency. So yeah, definitely good games. Frequency was showing very strongly there. I'm glad that Vexta did at least this time not get completely snubbed to the point of not getting their fades out on the field. Anyway, good job, guys. I'm glad that was able to cast this today. I'm curious whether this will be one of the last games or not, whether with this particular iteration of the balance mod. With this particular iteration of the balance mod, whether after this weekend, whether we will have, you know, the completely different crazy new one with all the changes or not, we will see. I have no idea what they're all deciding or if that discussion is still going on or anything like that. And yeah. Fun stuff. As I said, I think our next games for this weekend, if you didn't, I believe there's the She-Wolves game, which is Div 4 on Sunday, and we've got the Snails versus Imagine on Monday, which I don't think has a caster yet. Those will be our next ones. And see if anybody else confirms the games so that they can be casted. If you are a member of a team that has not done their Week 4 game yet, well, don't fret. You have been given a week extension, as have, I think, the Week 5 games. Both of those have a week longer than usual to play them out. So, you know, of course, if you guys could schedule those early so I can put them up on the calendar, that's always great. Because, well, it's just great, you know, not flailing about wondering whether or not everybody's going to get their games done. So I hope everyone enjoyed the cast today. Apparently my bird has been excited these past round or so. Good good games, both Vexta Omega and also from Frequency. And I will hopefully catch more games of both of theirs later on in these, this, I guess it'd be technically the latter half of the season here. Especially considering let's see, let me double check real quick, make sure nobody has signed up for that one game. Yeah, nobody has signed up for the Snails vs. Imagine one. Yeah, this is the later half of their season. Good games from them. They have, looks like since this was a week 4 game, they have 3 more weeks of games. So good luck to them on all of those future rounds. Maybe I'll cast some, maybe I won't. We'll see how that goes, and hope everyone has a good weekend. Thank you for viewing.